All right, so here's the deal. There's 3 different versions of this game. There's, There's 3 different versions of this game. There's Persona 3, which is apparently the one I have. There's Persona 3, the Foreign Exchange Student, S.E.E.S, which is the one I don't have, and Persona 3 PSP, which is, you know, done in a novel version. I don't know which one of the 2 things it is. Probably the first one, I guess. But anyway, the questions that they ask I'm assuming the questions that they ask in the foreign exchange student one will actually allow you to answer them correctly. You know what I mean? So when I try to look up the answers to these questions that I have no idea about, they have different answers, you know, because, you know, why would anybody be playing this game but me? Anyway, I received a message from Akihiko. It says, Ikutsuki-san is coming tonight. He has something to tell us. We'll meet on the 4th floor as soon as everyone is back. What the fuck? All right. Look at me. Getting smarter. All right, let's deal with this guy, Ikatsuki or some shit. What was his name? Is that the dude in the purple jacket? No, that's the,
So that's what happened on the night of the 7th. It was a difficult operation.
I see. They're getting tougher. But it's not all bad news. I called today's meeting because...
I'm sorry. Before we go on, I'd like to ask Mitsuru-senpai something.
I hope it's good. That interruption was pretty lame.
Me?
Since I've joined, so many things have happened. I went along with it without really understanding what was going on. But now I need to know. I'm gonna ask you straight out. You've been hiding something from us, haven't you, Senpai? You act like you don't know anything about the Dark Hour in Tartarus. But they're related to that accident 10 years ago, aren't they?
Maybe that's why those students were talking about it earlier today.
What accident?
There was an explosion near our school, and a lot of people died. It must have been big news back then. You know about it, don't you?
Yes.
Luckily, no students were injured. But around the same time, a large number of students were recorded as absent. Seems like more than just a coincidence.
What do you mean?
I dug up some old school records and found something interesting.
There were none?
The students who were absent, they all collapsed suddenly and had to be hospitalized. Sound familiar? You know, like the girls who bullied Fuka.
Oh, Mitsuru, what the fuck?
There has to be an explanation. What really happened on the day of that accident? The Kirijo group built our school, so you must know something. Tell me the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. It just never seemed relevant.
Whatever, bitch. Just tell us.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
All right. I'll tell you the whole story. The shadows have many mysterious abilities. Some research indicates that they can even affect time and space. We think of them as our enemies, but what if we could somehow use them to our advantage? They would be a source of unimaginable power, wouldn't they?
What?
14 years ago, one man pursued that line of thinking. He was the former leader of the Kirijo group, Koetsu Kirijo. My grandfather.
Okay.
My grandfather was obsessed with shadows. He wanted to harness their power and create something extraordinary.
Harness their power?
He assembled a team of scientists, and over several years collected a significant number of shadows.
He what? Damn, that's freaking crazy!
However, 10 years ago, during the final stages of the experiment, they lost control of the shadow's power. Consequently, the nature of the world was altered.
You mean?
Yes, Tartarus and the Dark Hour.
So then they created that shit.
By their account, the mass of shadows they collected split into several large ones that then dispersed. These are the shadows we've been encountering on nights when the moon is full.
Sorry, y'all. I have no idea why my daughter is crying. My wife seems to think that saying her name in a sing-songy way will make her stop crying somehow, as opposed to just actually giving her something that makes her happy. It's like if somebody punched you in the face and you were like, "What the fuck?" and you were all mad. And then your mom was like, Thomas. It's like, bitch, I just got hit in the face. What the fuck is wrong with you? Thomas. Why are you saying it like that? That's creepy. Anyway. Jeez, she's going. Let's see, now I'm going to have to check on it. Okay, let's try this again.
Is that why they've appeared in different places? Wait a minute.
So then after the grandfather, she's probably going to explain it, but after the grandfather screwed up, then it was basically on the company to clean that crap up, right? So that's why she's formed the group. I wonder what the three other people have to do with that, huh? Or if they have anything. And that dude in the purple jacket, like, did he used to work for the Kirijo group? And something happened. I wonder what that was.
If what you said is true, then why did our school turn into Tartarus? Don't tell me. That's where they conducted the experiment?
That's pretty fucked up.
Yes.
Then those students who were hospitalized.
I'm afraid it's just as you're thinking. Port Island must have been an ideal location for them. It was a highly populated area, and the Kirijo group had influence there. They could do as they pleased. As you guessed, the experiment 10 years ago was conducted at Gekukan High School.
Does that mean all we've been doing is cleaning up their mess?
Yeah, pretty much.
You lied to us?
Well, it wasn't really a lie. It was more like a half-truth. This is how it's how ladies in my life, my mom and my wife. See now I didn't lie, but I kind of I told you what you needed to know. Like, we are cleaning up the mess, for the fate of everybody. I just didn't tell you that we were initially the ones who started and made the mess. So, I mean, yeah.
You knew, too, didn't you, Senpai? They've just been using us. Or do you not care as long as you get to fight?
Why the hell would she want to be fighting, though?
That's not true. I have my reasons.
Think what you'd like. It was my decision not to share that information. I'm sorry. I never intended to deceive you. Convincing you to join S.E.E.S was my highest priority.
Yeah. So in order to do that, you actually did intend to deceive them.
As absurd as it may seem, only we, with our personas, can fight the shadows.
How could you?
Besides, some of us were never given a choice.
Mitsuru, don't.
Yukari, it's those in the past who are to blame. And they lost their lives as a result of what they did. We're all in the same boat here. None of us deserve the burden that's been thrust upon us.
The hell is Shuji doing there anyway?
But...
It's been 10 years since that incident. No one knows why those shadows suddenly returned. But since they're active, at least we can find and destroy them. Do you realize what this means? What if I told you that those 12 shadows are the cause of everything?
Then if we defeat them all, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will disappear?
For now?
Exactly. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. See, it's good news, isn't it?
Is that true?
There's evidence to support it. Now, our true battle begins. Regardless of what's happened in the past, we must fight to protect the people. The shadows are gaining strength. We can't afford to just wait for them. And there are many mysteries still surrounding Tartarus. Why did such a gigantic structure appear in the first place? The answer must lie within it.
All right, end of discussion. I'm very sorry about everything. If there is anything you'd like to know about, please ask. I don't want to know anything. How'd the public react? That's an interesting question. In the end, over 50 people were injured in the incident, and the media placed full blame on the Kirijo group for the tragedy. So how was Yuka? How did Yukari not find that out? Anyway, they singled out one researcher in particular, declaring him the main culprit behind it all. Whether this was actually true or not was not the issue. That must be the guy in the purple jacket. The public was looking for someone to vent their hurt and anger on, so they chose him, even though he was a victim himself. Their wrath was unparalleled. The darker side of mankind was most certainly on display during that time. Interesting. So that's got to be the purple guy. And that makes me want to ask about the other stuff. Here we go. Mitsuru. Under the pretense that she was assisting the group, she was subjected to the experiment for many years. So Mitsuru wasn't born with the ability to summon a persona. She was forced to learn how. Damn, that sucks. What's going on with Akihiko? I've known him and Mitsuru for a very long time. In fact, Akihiko joined us when he was only in middle school. Oh. At that time, we had a third member as well. But I digress. Nigga. Don't digress. Tell us. You know what? Alright, one more. The 12 Shadows. Yes, 10 years ago, a substantial number of shadows were consolidated into a single entity. Its power was immense, far greater than any of the shadows currently inside Tartarus. Experiments were performed on it, and an unfortunate accident took place, dividing the entity into 12 shadows. Okay, that makes sense. Must have split them up into the extra groups like Hierophant and all that stuff. These shadows only appear during the full moon. Oops, I don't want to ask him anything. You don't have a goodbye section? Whatever. Alright, time to study. Was I supposed to hang with somebody? Akihiko. Oh my god, he has the worst outfits ever. He says nothing to do as usual, huh? Sorry, I talked over it.
Why are you here? If you came here to try and convince me, then forget it.
It's nothing like that. I just wanted to see how you were doing.
Huh?
We've known each other for a long time. It's been almost 14 years since we met at the orphanage.
Fair enough.
You, me, and Miki. We used to run around here until the sun went down. Back then, it seemed like we had all the time in the world.
You haven't changed one bit. If you want to get all sappy, go do it with your other friends.
What was that?
Uh-oh, he almost hit him with his sport jacket.
It's rare for you to think about the past. Usually, you just charge ahead like a damn fool. So obviously, there's something on your mind.
I do reminisce sometimes, but what's the point? Anyway, we finally know how to get rid of Tartarus in the Dark Hour.
No shit.
To be honest, all I've been thinking about lately is getting stronger. But yesterday, someone made me question my reason for fighting.
Your reason for fighting, huh? That's different for every person. But if you don't have a good one, you can always quit. Like I did.
I'm not like you. Man, I can't believe I'm the one getting lectured here. Well, see you around.
You haven't changed at all.
Whoa.
Yes?
Who the hell decorated this room?
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Senpai? Oh, please come in.
She about to stab your ass, shouty. I know you're the one that helped Yukari come up with that shit.
Not only do you excel at providing support during battle, but also at obtaining information.
Oh, I'm sorry for doing that without permission.
Don't worry, you're not in trouble, but I do have a special favor to ask of you. I want you to find out as much as you can about that incident 10 years ago.
But very little was made public.
That's why I want you to access the Kirijo Group's database.
You mean hack into their system? That's illegal.
How could it be illegal if one of the Kirijo Group's main family members is asking you to do it?
I'll give you my ID and password. You'll be free from accountability.
Exactly.
I want to know the truth, in detail.
Senpai.
Of course, I'll understand if you refuse.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Are you sure? I appreciate it. Yamagishi, aren't you resentful? After all, despite my good intentions, I did drag you into this without fully explaining. Certainly you must be a little angry with me.
Not really. You see, my parents have an inferiority complex because all my relatives are doctors. That's why they're so tough on me. It's really hard for me to be at home. But here, I feel important, and I can help you and the others. So why should I be angry?
You're right, Yamagishi. We do need you. No one can take your place. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Somebody's got a job for life. See,
So, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will be gone, huh?
see what I'm saying? Like, at least Junpei doesn't look like a fucking goober, like like Akihiko with his little lame ass Daniel Craig James Bond outfit.
That's good. That's what we've been fighting for. So why am I so pissed?
Gosh, it's hot. Even for July.
Seriously, but at least we're seniors now. We won't be wearing these stupid uniforms much longer.
Yeah, I've had enough of this. I just want to get accepted to college and start having some fun.
That's if you get accepted, don't forget.
I know why. I'm the reason. I was like, fighting is my duty, but hell, it's all I'm good for. If it weren't for that, I'd be worthless. My duty? What a bunch of bullshit. I can't fight worth shit anyway. Not compared to him, at least.
You do kind of fall down a lot. Out of all the members, he's the one that irritates me the most. And also, he hasn't leveled up on Agi yet. I mean, even fucking Yukari can hit everybody with Magaru. This dude's been using like regular level Agi the whole damn time, man. He's behind everybody, and I put him in my party more than anyone else.
Damn it. Nothing I do is good enough.
This is very weird that to be checking in with everybody like this.
Seems like my worst fears keep coming true. Am I stupid to believe in things like trust and friendship? Dad, this old letter of yours. I must have read it 1,000 times since it came last spring.
March 6th, 2000. To my family. Tomorrow, I bring this letter to the opening ceremony for the Moonlight Bridge. It'll be stored in a time capsule and sent to you 10 years from now. Yukari, you're so small right now, but in 10 years, you'll be 16. You'll be in high school. I know you've been sad because I have to work so late, but you still always greet me with a smile. I'm really proud of myself. Kirijo-san appointed me head researcher. I'll be starting on a big project soon, and I'm happy to be receiving so much recognition for my work. But I swear to you that nothing is more important to me than you and your mother. Yukari, are you remembering to enjoy life? Are you still bright-eyed and hopeful like you are now? No matter what happens in the next 10 years, I hope you're happy. Well, I hope this letter brings a smile to your face. Love, Dad.
I can't lose hope. For his sake.
What the hell happened to your dad, man?
I won't turn my back. I won't be like Mom.
You better tell us what the fuck's going on.
Not ever.
I gotta play longer to figure out what happens in this story. Alright, finally. That nerdy little boy can hook me up with more death.
It's good to see you again.
Arcana stuff. Pharos.
How long has it been since we first met? Time passes so quickly. So, how's life as a Persona user? I wonder what. I hope you'll find it soon. I remembered something else about the coming of the end. It all goes back to an occurrence that took place many years ago. 10 years ago, if I remember correctly. Hey, didn't your parents pass away about 10 years ago?
What? My mind is about to explode.
A persona is like a mirror, which means a persona user can never escape from his true self. Regardless, I will stay with you, because we're friends.
Thou art I and I am thou. We get it. It's death.